My man Czar make tracks like this.
What's going on, y'all? So Black Friday, Waves released a brand new plugin, which is a VU meter, and they're giving it away for the great price of free right now. And I wanted to do a video in comparing it to the Presonus VU meter because while they're both VU meters, there are some differences between these two. If you need a more in-depth tutorial on how to use a VU meter, I have a video on that I will link at the end of this video. So starting with the Waves VU meter, not any controls on it. We just have the display for the VU meter and the option to resize it, which is really nice. You have an option to change your headroom. We can go up to 26 dB, up to 4 dB. So by default, this is set to 18 dB. And what that means is 18 dB in the DAW, or negative 18 dB, in the DAW is 0 VU. Negative 18 dB full scale equals 0 VU. So by default, this is set to 18, which a typical VU meter will be. On the other side, we have the Presonus VU meter, which by default, it's set to 6, which is odd to me. But you have the option to change it to 18. You have 18, 12, 6, and 0. The Waves allows you to move in between. We have the sensitivity on the VU meter, and that would be the delay on the Waves, which is just going to how quickly the needle on the VU meter will react would be the delay there. What the Presonus one has that the Waves doesn't have is phase correlation, and you also have a digital meter here in the middle on the Presonus one. So one of the main differences that I've realized between these two is that the clip light on these react differently. And so this is the biggest difference between these VU meters. Also, visually looking at it, you'll notice that the Waves goes up to +3 and the Presonus one goes up to +5. But back to these clip indicators. So like I said, negative 18 dB is 0 VU. So I've got a tone generator here. I've got the output muted so we don't hear the annoying sound of the tone generator. But you'll see at negative 18, we got 0 on the Waves, 0 on the Presonus. When I move this up to negative 12, you'll notice that the Presonus has the red light on for clipping. So what this is showing in the Presonus is that, and like a general VU meter, once that light comes on, you have about 12 dB of headroom left before you hit 0. With the Waves, it goes up to 0 dB, or really negative 0.009, which we'll just say 0. Once we hit 0 on it, then we'll get the red light on the Waves. So that is how these two mainly differ with that light. With the Waves, you're going to be at pretty much at 0 dB before it goes off, which would let you know that you're clipping in the digital world, whereas the Presonus one is going to go off when you're at about 12 dB, letting you know that you have 12 dB more headroom to go. So with the red light really going off on the Presonus one isn't a bad thing. You've still got some headroom left, whereas with the Waves, if you see it come on, you know that you're clipping. So the way you could look at this as the red light on the Presonus VU meter is like a warning. It's not necessarily saying that you're clipping because you still have 12 dB of headroom, whereas the red light on the Waves is an actual clipping light letting you know that you're at 0 dB. So that's the main differences there between the Waves and the Presonus VU meter. Both of them have their uses. I like that the Presonus one has the digital meter, but however, I don't feel like that's really necessary on the Waves because the red clip light acts as a digital meter hitting 0 there. So any question, comments, let me know. And again, I've got a link playing here now for a more in-depth tutorial on a VU meter if you need to see that. All right, catch y'all next time.